All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2. It's not really part... I mean, we were having so much fun that it was like, we just might as well just go. You see how annoying? See? If you saw the previous video, if you haven't already, go back and watch that one first before you watch this one. But my best friend, Isis King, is here, who you guys all know and love. And we were talking about a lot of stuff. And we wanted to just do a separate video because this one's going to be like the dating edition.
Ooh.
Because
okay,
while Isis and I have 2 different types, we have had like 3 or 4 guys that have crossed, that have...
I can think of 2.
There's been about 3 or 4.
One with locks.
Mm-hmm. But there's been like probably 3 or 4 that we do not have the same type per se, but there have been guys that have either talked to me first and then wanted to talk to her. Oh, no. And also... your ex.
Oh, girl.
We're not going to talk about. We're not going to talk about him. But I'm saying there's been like 4 or 5 guys, or 6 or 8 guys that have. And here's the thing: we're both beautiful girls.
Yeah, we're so
of a certain persuasion.
We're so.
That's actually a really pretty picture.
We're like, hi.
But we're both. Hold on. We're both beautiful girls of a similar persuasion, and also in a similar field and known, and so guys will stay in your space so that you cover up that background.
Oh,
so anyway, so that happens where every now and then there's a guy that will try to talk to me that has either dated Isis or she's talked to. Or there's a guy that we've matched with on the same, or this slid into our DMs or something. And this doesn't happen. This hasn't happened in a while, but
yeah.
it
especially
happened
because my type has drastically changed.
That is true. Her type has changed. My type has changed too, but in a different way. And so,
not in looks, more in personality.
Yes.
And mine has changed a lot in both.
Yes. And so there was one situation
when I lived in New York. So it was like
there was this guy who we're gonna name.
It was 10 years ago because it was right.
We're
after
gonna
my
name
20th
him.
birthday.
We're gonna name him Kevin. You ever date somebody named Kevin?
No, we can
Good.
just name
Neither
him.
have I. So here we go. We're just
gonna
name him
him Treasure Chest.
Oh, okay. So here's a fun fact. Before we tell you the story, here's a fun fact. If I am dating someone. And I saw a post about this too, which was really funny. If I'm dating someone, I might tell her their name. She will give them a nickname. She refuses to remember somebody.
On purpose.
She refuses to remember something because sometimes I will multi-date and she won't remember people's names.
Sometimes.
She'll have to give them no, because if I'm in a relationship, then I'm not multi-dating.
No, I know that's not dating, but I'm like sometimes.
But if I'm multi-dating, which is if I'm dating, I will multi-date. But
period. Lock it down.
So just know if you're dating me, if you're not my boyfriend, I'm dating somebody else, most likely.
And this day and age, when people don't want to,
and she had to learn because she wouldn't do it, and I told her she needed to.
It's so hard.
You never throw all your eggs in one basket until you are sure.
And look what happened. I didn't. And I was with someone for almost half a year, all the holidays, and then he wouldn't lock it down, so I broke it off because he didn't want to go. And I'm like, and I should have been multi-dating, but I was giving him the girlfriend experience, and that motherfucker didn't deserve it. And then he gagged because I was
the girls
like,
who know the girlfriend experience.
He gagged because oh wait, I mean girlfriend. What?
The GFE.
No, I just mean like. What is that?
All the dolls know what that means. Anyway,
no, I just mean like a girlfriend experience. Like
I know what you meant.
Oh, okay.
But so here's the thing.
What else did a girlfriend experience mean?
I'll tell you after this.
Okay.
It means something when you're
But it's just more like you're acting like a girlfriend, and I'm not getting the benefits.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. All right, so I had to explain.
Thank you for educating me.
Anyway, so here's the thing. So there was this one guy that I had dated, and are we gonna tell everything about it?
No, you can just go quick.
No, because I can tell everything. It's
okay,
fine.
wait.
Are we gonna tell what he was doing?
So let me tell my part first.
Okay. Oh yes.
And then you can.
It's so much better if you tell your part. Okay.
So I go on a date with this guy, and this was like in New York when I still lived there, and we went to like some soul food restaurant.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time. I lived in LA for 9 years already. Actually, it had to be right after.
We don't even need to know when it was because we don't need that person being like, "What are you talking about me?"
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I'm saying it was right after we got close because it was right after you came to my 29th birthday. Right. So it was.
But you were in New York.
Okay, 11 years ago, and we're sitting there, And like, okay, guys, handsome, you know, nice build, great job. He's talking to me about it. And then he's like, yeah, you know, we got a lot in common. He was like, you know, I have this treasure chest at home.
Wait, did he mention me before?
No.
That? Oh, he told you this and then he mentioned me.
I don't remember. It was so long ago. I don't remember the order. Okay.
Because I thought y'all were on the date and he was saying like, oh, I know Riley.
No. So I was telling, okay, maybe it was at the beginning. I'm telling him like I just got back because I just went to DC to celebrate my 29th birthday, and I showed him a picture. It was like me and, you know, my girlfriends, because it was the first time for me and Candy. And we were all together. He was like, oh, I know her. I was like, oh, you know Riley? He was like, yeah. I was like, how do you know Riley? And for me, I don't want to give no secrets away of dating, but I hate that I say, well, no, because you won't know. I'm the type of person, I had to learn to be really neutral, because you don't never want to say something and you want them to be scared to finish what they're going to say. Because one thing about a lot of guys, they will tailor their answer to what you're saying and
to what they think you want to hear.
Exactly. So I was like, oh, you know her? He's like, yeah, we're good friends. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, that was our first time meeting, and like, she's really sweet. She's like a good friend of mine. And I was like, you know, I told him a little history. Like, we've been talking for years, and like, you know, she came there, and like, really? He was like, yeah, that's a good friend of mine. I'm like, have y'all dated? He was like, oh, no, it's nothing like that. I was like, oh, okay. And in my head, the whole rest of the date, I'm like, I need to ask Riley, because one thing about it, guys will lie about
as if you
dating.
You just told him we were close, like you wouldn't go and ask me.
A guy will lie about dating one of the girls.
And then he told you.
And then after that, he was like, yeah, so you wanna see something? I was like, what? He's like, show me a picture. I was like, do you know who this girl is? Like, really curvy.
This girl, she was like done up. She's really curvy.
Really like
big girl.
Like, and he was like, does she look familiar? But it was a really dark photo. And I'm like, no, she doesn't look familiar. He's like, that's me. I was like, oh. And the whole time I'm like, Isis, keep it really neutral, because I'm like, okay, let me just hear, I don't want him to not tell me, because then I'm like, I need to tea.
But we do need to be clear.
Okay.
He was not trans. He was not even thinking about transitioning. No. He was a cross-dresser.
He was a cross-dresser.
And nothing wrong, listen, to the cross-dresser community, no offense.
No, it's no offense.
That's just not our preference. We're not looking to date someone who is a cross-dresser. And sometimes people...
Not to be confused with a drag queen.
But this guy was a chaser. This guy was a chaser.
Yeah, so...
He was different. So here's the thing. This guy was not only a cross... These are two separate things. He was a cross-dressing male who also was a trans chaser, right?
I mean, I guess. After it all fell apart,
because he liked girls who were right?
I feel like one thing about it, you can like whatever you like, but if you're going after girls in the same like girls who are trans who are in entertainment, it's not a lot of us. So if you go after one of the, like, we're going to know each other. But in this case, me and Riley were getting very close. Mm-hmm. So he was like, yeah, so this is me. I'm like, oh, okay. And I think our dinner was so early. I'm just like, okay, I'm ready to, but let me just, what can I do? So he was like, yeah, I have a chest at home. And I keep it in a garage. And I feel like this is so detailed.
Keep going. I don't care.
He was like,
I talk to that person.
He was like, it's in my garage. And I occasionally I'll just get dressed up and everything. I'll go off into some random bar and like nobody won't know who I am, and it feels so exhilarating. And he was like, that's so cool, right?
And did he tell you that he also goes to like different functions where it's like the cross-dresser community, the CD community?
Oh,
they have like events. No. Oh, he told me. So anyway,
well, y'all were
told me he didn't tell you.
Y'all were like dating now.
Okay, so let me tell my side.
Okay,
of the story.
so then I'm like, okay, I'm just there, and I'm already like, okay, because he's just like, so this is cool, right? And I'm like, you're talking to someone who like, this is my life. I can't, and to be, fair, like be who you want to be. It was just, it wasn't for me, but also it just came out of nowhere. So, and it took, once he said it, and I sound like I was comfortable with it.
But here's the thing that you need to know about Isis. As soon as he said that he knows me, that's all that you thought about, because you couldn't wait to get home to say, do you know?
Wait till I got home. No. The date ended, and it was right by the subway. I didn't even get in the subway. First, I picked up the phone. Bitch.
And here's the other thing you need to know. If a guy has either even just talked to on the phone, exchanged or whatever, it's a dead no. Not like, oh, girl, he was nice, he wasn't for me, but you should date him. Never.
No.
That's never going to be her.
No.
Never. She literally will never date somebody who's dating. And I won't either. Like, if somebody dates her.
Because also, it's like, there's so many people in the world, it make me feel like not necessarily just a chaser. Like, you're chasing a certain, like, a girl who, I don't know, it's not that many of us. So if you dated multiple, now if you dated another trans woman before. She's not in the industry. She's not in anything, and that's fine. But if to chase a girl who are like who's in the industry, and usually the thing is a lot of times they find each other by going in the friends list or they'll tag pictures of one of
they
the
will go down and see who other girls you follow, and then
I'm never
like
a bunch of her
pictures.
I'm never going to be desperate over. Number one, I like to be alone, so I'm never going to be desperate for a man and like, oh my god, you dated. So that means you're going to accept me? You're going to... Fuck that. I have my dog, I have my edible, and I'll be good.
So then you went and did you call me or text me?
As soon as I got out of the restaurant, he was like, oh, do you want me to... I'm fine. No, it's fine. It's the subway's right there. No, it's fine. Go ahead. I got outside. Bitch. This guy beep. You dated him? She was like, yeah, like we dated for a while. And I'm like, yeah, he literally just told me y'all were friends. He never dated you. And that she was like, did he dress up? I was like, yeah.
I said, girl, but let me tell you what he does.
I said, girl, he told me, and he was excited.
He told you on the first date?
Girl.
He told me after we had been dating for probably like a month.
Girl, he told me, and once he told me, it took over the whole rest of the conversation. And I'm just sitting there, I don't even want to eat my food. I'm just listening. I'm like, uh-huh. And I'm just like, I'm ready to go, but I'm just here. And this big brother dude, I'm like, I don't know.
He was big. So much so that he would like pad his hips to make it meet up with his shoulders, which was...
That was some big
his shoulders
ass
were
hips.
like big. I know, but he had to camouflage to make the waist look smaller because he was so big. And that's what he would tell me. He said, I got this whole thing I put on, like a whole security body. Heavy. And then he would transform himself, because he was light-skinned, but he would transform himself into a dark-skinned woman.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, it's a whole thing. I never told you
that. No, because the picture he showed me was so dark shadow.
Because he so doesn't want to be found out. So his thing was to transform himself into a completely opposite person.
He's black, but that's not blackface, but that's kind of like what?
He's light skinned.
He was like lighter than us though.
Yeah. And
he's making himself
He's lighter than us, but was making himself like a dark skinned woman, yes. And I think she had a name. Of course she had a name.
Oh, no, yeah.
It was like something basic like Patricia or something. But here's the thing. He and I dated for a while, but he also had this weird thing that, like, while we were having sex, he wanted me to...
you're doing all that?
While we were intimate. He also had this thing that, like, while we were intimate...
Are you bringing up the family thing, too?
No. What family thing? But
remember when he was like, if I introduce you to...
Oh, yes! He wanted to...
Clock that taste, sis!
He wanted that... He was like, if I introduce you to my family, like, we're in a relationship and all that stuff, like, I would want you to, like... not be trans. Like, I wouldn't want them to know. And basically, like deny that you're trans. And I'm like, well, they could just Google it, you know?
It's like, but sir, you got a bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, you got a whole secret life that they
not
don't know
just a secret life, you got a special magical chest in your garage full of all of your secret identities.
I think he might have lived with his mom.
I feel like
and that's why the chest was in the garage.
It's like, sir, you got a whole secret identity like Hannah Montana, sweetie. You worried about who you dating?
And it was funny because he would want, like, while we were intimate, he would want me to he had a fetish for women with, not even just trans women, but he also was a chaser. That he wanted women with deeper voices. So while we were doing, I told you this.
I don't remember.
While we were doing it, he would want me to be like, yeah.
Did you do it?
No, I felt so stupid. Let me ask you something. How can you get turned on by women? Trans or not, would you be turned on by a man that wanted you that had a fetish for you to have a super deep manly voice? Which, by the way, my voice won't even do that. Like, I can't even. Like,
can you imagine?
It sounds stupid when I'm doing it. It sounds like a character. Oh, do it to me, yes, make me like, what the hell are you doing?
Can you imagine you're talking to him and he's like, babe, I know you have the most feminine voice, but can you cough for me?
Stupid.
He's like, oh yeah. There it is. He's like, oh, there it is.
He was so weird. And the funny thing is, they never start off that way.
That's your man.
They tell you everything you want to hear. He was so normal, so cool. And then but he also kind of got off by telling us. Because when he told me, he was just like, do you know who this is?
That's exactly what he did.
Like, can you... And I was like, is it like your sister or somebody? Like, is it like a relative of yours? Because she kind of looks like you. But I'm like, he's like...
Like, is that a pro wrestler?
He's like... And then he got off... And then after I figured it out, I was like, oh, that's you? And he kind of was like excited that I didn't know that it was him. He said, because for me, it's like not even about like being a woman, it's about the art of transformation and stuff.
I feel like that's
and then he was obsessed with the art of transformation. That's why he dates transgender women.
But this is my thing.
Hold on, but hold your thought.
Okay.
Can you imagine how many other girls that we might know that he might have dated and we just don't know? Like, he could have dated. Like,
can we talk about how many guys you date? And I feel like this is like chaser like Bible to just know the insides. But it's like, I feel like guys who pursue us because we are trans, like not all of them, but some of them, I feel like I've dealt with it. And I know you probably have too, when they just want the insight because they want the notes to transition. Because I've
Yeah,
but we don't
we don't have time.
yeah.
But yeah. But for him, he didn't want to transition, and if he did, God bless, because he was literally like 6'4", like 400 pounds, not 400, but like 300 pounds. Like he's a big, muscular, very handsome.
But let me say,
he was beautiful.
I did see a woman who I think was a pro wrestler.
I did
or
too,
something, and she looked beautiful.
But he did not want to be a woman. He just like cosplaying as a woman. You know how they like to say, "Oh, transgender women are cosplaying." No, he was actually cosplaying, but not even like they would go to like functions.
And then he's worried about you. They would telling his family that you're trans, and he got a whole secret identity.
First of all, if you are trans out there, do not ever go back into the closet for a man. Don't ever dumb your
closet.
Not even like if
I
you are.
hate that I keep moving my hair so much. Sorry, if
it's
people,
fine. It's fine
because I do it so much.
Girl, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it is national TV, but like it's not really. You know, like it's relaxed.
Yeah, I hate because it's just the layers right there, just so short.
But see, the thing is, for me, like the amount of things we go through to be who we are, the amount of conversations we have with ourselves, the amount of like, you know, telling your family that this is what you're going to do, or your friends, or all this stuff about being trans. All of that, you go through all of that just to date a man, just to date a man who wants you to, just to date a man who wants you to
assimilate,
not even hide who you are. Like, you
number
just
one,
I
feel like that works for when you're in your 20s. Like, I'm about to be 40. You're
of a certain
age. And I feel like at this point, I just feel like it's so different having this conversation now than like 22, 23, early transition, when it's like, oh, okay, now it's like, sorry, I've already lived half my life.
But here's the thing. The new girls, the new generation, they're not going for that. They've transitioned way younger and now they live in the house that we built. They live in the house that we built. That not just us, but they live in the house that all the T.S. Madisons, the Isis Kings, those girls, they live in the house that we built. Like, we stand on the shoulders of giants. Like, we stand on the shoulders of the girls.
Don't call your sisters and elders giants.
No, seriously, on a serious note. We stand on the shoulders of the girls that literally fought in the streets just so we could walk down the streets. The girls that used to have to hide, and the girls and then we paved the way in a different way, so that
you smell good. Your hair smells good.
Thank you. And so then the new generation doesn't have to go, girl. See, but the new generation doesn't have to go through that. We're not being serious, but I'm saying the new generation doesn't have to go there. So, but the thing is you got to remember, Isis. There are going to be girls that watch this and look up to us as their aunties,
and then it's going to be the guys.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because this is for both of them. Do not make a girl go through that. And girls, don't you ever go through that. Don't you ever let somebody put you back into, all the stuff that you've went through. We went through the stuff so you didn't have to go through it, and then you went through coming out and being who you are and living your life authentically, so you don't have to go through that. But this man was weird as hell, and I'm glad that it didn't work out for either of us.
It worked out way better.
I am so glad that he told us early on. Could you imagine?
It worked out way better.
Could you imagine getting in a relationship or getting married and then getting in a relationship and then finding that chest?
And it had to be
it was big. It was like a trunk that was in the.
With
a lock on it.
He said that.
Did you imagine
going to your garage like, baby, what's this trunk over here?
What's this secret chest right here?
I can get. Can you imagine she opened it and she's like,
he go to work and be like, Isis, I want to know what's in that trunk. Come over here and help me pick that lock.
If somebody have a trunk in my house, a locked trunk in my house, bitch, what the fuck is in the trunk?
You know what he would start doing? He would start getting a storage unit. Remember that picture I showed you?
But I'm sorry if somebody.
There was a famous ad back in the day. There was a storage unit where this guy was like, my wife doesn't know about my secret storage unit or something. It was like a famous billboard in New York.
I feel like you told me about this.
I said it to you.
The storage container thing, right?
Yeah, he was going to the storage unit to do.
I just feel like.
And listen. No offense to the cross dresser community. We just were not down for it, and it's not just that we weren't down for it. It's also the fact that he was kind of dating trans women just to be kind of like get pointers, or because he was obsessed with the art of transformation instead of like dating us because he liked us or because he was.
I'm not transforming. I'm just being myself.
Right. Okay. So what are some? So it's happened. We talked about at the top of this video. We talked about the fact that it has happened more than once, twice, 30, 4, 5, 6, 18 times that somebody has liked us, and like
one of them got to you, almost got to me too.
Yes.
I actually, what I'm talking about.
Yep. And then one of them,
and I almost did, but
and then one of them,
it was too much.
Every time
it was too much of my old type, and I feel like it was testing me. And I was like,
but they've always, except for one time, they've always been somebody that I dated, and they were talking to you Only one time has it been somebody that you were in a serious relationship that tried to talk to me later. That was it.
See, the difference with me is that, like, I don't be giving it up. Like, at all.
I'm the whore of the group.
But also, like, we're on the extreme opposites because I don't give it up to nobody. I'm like, I don't want to do
Isis
it.
is pretty much asexual. And I am extremely sexual, but you guys have never seen that side of me because
I feel like people think I'm really sexual.
But I also think, like, we both look like what we... No, you definitely look like you would because you're beautiful and sexy, but it's a waste. because
Everybody always say that.
It's a waste.
But remember,
for me, I'm voluptuous and look sexy, and I
feel like a couple of my friends thought I was lying at first, too, because, like...
No, if they once they get to know you, they'll realize you're not lying at all.
I feel like I'm demisexual. I need a strong emotional connection, which is so hard to find these days. And other than that, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good on it.
I know you don't want to get serious, and we don't have to. But I do feel like it would be a disservice or a missed opportunity for those people that look up to us to not give just a little bit of wisdom, even if it's in our funny, playful way. Yeah. Of like do's and don'ts of like dating and stuff. Like what is something you would tell somebody like to...
I would say...
Because she's had to train me also, even though I'm older than her. She's had to basically, like, stop letting guys, like, don't be, girl, you be doing too much, or you be letting them do, like, a lot of things. I'm more like her now.
But that's only because where you have experience and I have experience where you lack, but also I was in a couple abusive relationships where I stayed in them, and I have that experience that Riley don't have. So I think because of that, and because I finally got to this point of standing up for myself, with that experience, I can speak to her about certain things that maybe she don't see, because I have that experience of being in those
And I'm going to tell you a secret about Isis. She's never wrong. As much as it just pained me to say that. It's true. She's never wrong. Anytime she's ever had this intuition or she told me something's going to be the way, there have been times that she was right that I never even told her that she was right because I didn't want to, because she knew she was right. And I was just like, oh God, I don't want to give her the satisfaction.
I hate to always be right.
And also sometimes I'm a little bit embarrassed about it. I'm like, I don't even want to let her know that it didn't even go.
Girl, that's still a touchy one.
But there's been times that something happened and I'm like, girl, you were right. Oh my God. And I know she's right. And I'm just like, as soon as she says, I'm like, this is going to happen. So yeah, so what are some things?
I used to think I was always really optimistic, and now I don't want to sound pessimistic. I'm just also
cynical.
I just also have a very strong sense of energy and people, and I'll just leave it there. So
yes,
yeah,
it is. You have a sixth sense. You have more than sixth sense. You have a gift for I know, but like
it's a gift and a curse, because look, then it's hard to be in something sometimes, because it's like where I used to overlook things or overlook signs or visions or things to be with someone, then it would greatly affect me. Yeah. And I think because I don't do that now, and it makes it really hard, because I don't really look at the world as everyone is so good. I look at the earth like more people are not good than good now. And it's weird to say that, but
I don't.
But
even though I'm the bitchy one.
I don't. I'm really suspicious of people now.
She questions everything.
Yeah, which is weird for me, because that's weird to say, because I've always been so just so people pleasing and like whatever. And
for the last 11 years, she questions everything.
I feel like since being in LA for 9, it really each year progressively gets more and more like. And I don't, and it's not by what someone tells me, it's just by what I see, but also what I feel. And a lot of times I can feel the energy without the person there, the person behind me, the person around me. I'm just like,
and sometimes she'll question things so much that it is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, because sometimes
you're not living in the moment. I'm like, girl, get out your head, live in the moment. And sometimes she will put a question in my head, and I'm just like, I don't think about that right now.
But let me tell you, the few moments when I'm like, you know what, this guy, let me just live in the moment. I don't want to be this and that, Maserati. Then I get in a situation where I'm like, hey, you know what, let me live in the moment. And then I put myself in a situation where I'm like, I feel like I need to get away from the situation right now. So it's like, as much as I want to live in the moment, I also do believe that I've made it to this age, and I'm here as a Black trans woman because of that gift and intuition and stuff, and just questioning things, because I feel like in this world, and being a public figure, I feel like being in this day and age where it's like the older you get, the more.
And also, you live in LA. And dating in LA is a whole different animal than dating anywhere else.
Yeah. So I would tell the not just girls, but I would just tell anyone.
Yes.
Especially trans girls, though, because I feel like a lot of times we are.
But really everybody.
Yeah. I just tell you to just be cautious, aware, and also I don't want to sound harsh by saying this, but don't be so trusting. Trust is earned. And I feel like I just went around giving it, and I feel like you have to just fill people out. And
I would trust everybody until they give me a reason not to. And I've learned from her not to do that.
Oh, I thought you were saying you do that now. I'm like, what?
No, I've learned from you.
Because people will literally say, and they will mold their reactions and how they treat you based on...
I've also learned that if it doesn't make sense, it's a lie. If it's like, that doesn't make any damn sense at all, it's a lie. It's a lie. Yeah. Every time, I'm telling you. And I've learned. If it doesn't make sense, if you question it, and especially if it really stops you when you're especially if it really makes you think like, that didn't make no sense at all. What?
People be lying for no reason. Literally,
I always think of that
there's literally no reason to lie.
I always think of that time on Atlanta Housewives where Phaedra didn't know her, said she didn't know the due date of her baby, and then in the confessional, Nene goes, "Shut up! That is so stupid." That's exactly. Shut up! That is so stupid. If it doesn't make, it's a lie. Yes. I definitely think my relationship with you or my friendship with you came at the absolute right time, because it came at a time where I was coming out of that, letting guys use me, being with DL men, being with all this stuff, I
thought you got way better with that the last few years.
No, yes, but around the time that I met you, I was coming out off of all of that, and I was too trusting, and I was very naive and downright stupid at times. Very stupid. I've had way more stupid moments than you have. You've had abusive moments, and I didn't go through that. Fuck up. No, I'm kidding. And now my red belt over here will that too. But so don't try us, just so you know. But I definitely thank you for being my teacher in life.
I thank you for being my teacher.
The best relationships, the best friendships are the ones that challenge you and that force you to grow and that make you look in the mirror at yourself and be like, be better.
Even when we get on each other nerves, we'll just take a few days.
And see, that's the thing. We didn't talk about that in the last video. But we argue all the time. Like, we get on each other's nerves, and it's not even anything serious that's life-changing, like, I hate you, I'm not going to talk to you.
I think sometimes because
we're annoyed but we're annoyed by each other. I annoy her way more than she annoys me. I am edible. No, but that's when you I'm very annoying at times. So you're just so annoying, and it's true.
I don't talk like that.
You're just so annoying. That's better. Thanks.
And so I know her way more. And so here's the thing. There have been times that she got frustrated with me because of a dating situation, since that's what we're talking about here. And she's gotten frustrated, like, girl, just do better. Like, oh, I don't want to even hear about this person anymore. Until it's this, I don't want to hear about it.
And more recently, we bumped heads more recently because of that.
Yes, but what I'm saying is like
I'm like, hello, Riley.
Yes. But see, this is the thing. It's never just about she's annoyed with me. It's more about the fact that she wants the best for me. And she wants me to be the best and to do the best that I can. And she knows that I'm capable of it. So that's why she will be like...
It's so weird that I'm on this side, because I grew up always being the one that's like, he likes me? Okay, we're going to be together. And it's like, do you deserve to be with me? Like, I know I'm a good person. I know I'm an honest person. I know I'm a loyal person. And do you deserve to be with me? And most of the time is no. Because a lot of times guys are just trying to, like, get what they want, or they're trying to hook up or whatever. And because I'm not looking for that, I now sit in a different place where I'm okay without sex. And that is something that maybe if we build a connection, we can get to. But I'm okay otherwise. And because I'm okay otherwise, a lot of guys don't know what to do when they can't break you in that way and get you to be hooked on them in that way. It's so fascinating to me, because it's like, that's off the, that's game. And it's like, for me, I'm like, sweetie, you're going to lose every time.
Absolutely.
And it's like, the worst part about it is guys don't realize a lot of times the things you want to have that connection is so fucking easy. It's so simple. It should be obvious. But we live in a world where people are just it's so easy to just swipe and just keep moving on, and no one wants to, like, work on a connection or work on anything. So it's just so hard for people to just do the basic things that should be done. And I'm just like, okay, I'm good.
Absolutely.
And everyone should be like that, especially her. Not only is she a bombshell, but she's so confident, she's so successful. And I'm like, bitch, you should be telling me this.
Yeah, but sometimes you just don't see yourself. You don't see what other people see. And that's the great thing about having a friend who wants the best for you, but also sees things that you don't see. And that's why.
I feel like this is a great, like we're still young, but, like, I feel like we don't see, like, the girls having combos like this on YouTube, like, in our, like, age group. Especially, like, one like this. I mean, even though you were more serious, and, like, looking back, I'd be like, oh my god, I'm a little maniac, like, but still, it's like a serious conversation where we're just like, I mean, not really as serious, but we're just talking about basic things that everyone should know, but then they don't because they constantly get caught up, and it's so easy for a guy to give a baby trans girl affirmations and reel her in or reel
This is
in.
what I've learned.
And
don't ever get that from a guy. Get it from your family. Get it from your friends.
Get it from the mirror.
Get it from the mirror.
And
get it from therapy.
And therapy. That's it.
Or edibles. Not drugs, but edibles. But get it from something other than
don't get it from a partner. I feel like
back,
that should be an add-on.
I told you this recently.
Add-on.
I told you this recently. I look back on my relationship. I look back on the girl that I used to be. I weep for that girl. I really do, because she was so dumb, and she was so such a hopeless romantic running around. Monique and I talk about this all the time because of how I'm like a hopeless romantic. Or a hopeful romantic. She calls me a hopeful romantic. Listen, I weep for that girl because she was so naive and so like airheady and so like whatever. And I so much of my validation as a woman and my femininity was based on how men treated me or how men saw me. Mm-hmm. And that is so. It is not even just as a trans girl. There are lots of women who their femininity and their worth as a woman and who they are as a woman is dependent on how a man treats them. So
especially like
it's so sad.
Late teens, early 20s when you're like developing.
Find a way to get over it. And I'm not just saying just get over it, but find a way to
get that validation
somebody
outside of a man whispering in your ear, because guess what? They will whisper absolute nothing in your ear, just enough to get you to do what they want or capture you, or whether they're a predator, that's a whole nother conversation. They will do whatever to get what they want. And then once they got you reeled in, they will, not all the time, but in my case with abuse, they will chip away at that confidence to make you feel dependent on the validation that comes from them alone, because they will shut everything else out around you, and you will feel like the only way I can feel confident who I am is from them. That's not all guys, but I would say guys who seek people out, trans or not, because they're looking for someone maybe with a self-esteem problem, or who don't have high enough self-esteem
to make them feel better about their low self-esteem.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll try to get a woman with high self. It's harder, but high self-esteem and break her down. And
they love to try to break you down.
To me, that's a guy who.
So many times we withheld what we actually do for a living just to see how they're going to act. Not say what we do or who we are if they don't know already. Just to see how they're going to act. And then as soon as they find out what we do, then it almost kind of makes them
I feel like not as much for me because I live in LA, where it's more for you here, definitely.
Yes.
Because I feel like, look at that.
That's your girl. They can't see that. Like, but it is very,
But either way, we say all that to say, find your confidence inside in the mirror. Find it through therapy. Find it through your friends. Find it through your friends and your family.
Mm-hmm. Your family, because we're sisters.
And that's it.
Exactly.
And don't, and add on a guy telling you you're beautiful or like.
That's nice.
You're this and you're that.
Oh, recently I saw.
That's nice.
I saw someone on social media. Oh God, a girl I follow. I forgot her name. Jeez, I'm drawing a blank right now. It's her name, but I will post her name here because I know her very well. We actually follow each other. But she said that a lot of times when guys give her compliments, she won't say thank you. She'll say I know. Now, I'm not saying
I saw that.
She'll say I know because a lot of times men love to give you compliments to gauge where your self-esteem is, your reaction to like, oh, thank you so much. I'm pretty. Thank you. Oh my God. That's a girl with low self-esteem. So I'll just go, thank you. Like I hear it all the time.
I feel awkward.
I know. But
when but when a girl gives me compliments,
it means so much more when a girl gives you compliments.
Love when another girl gives us compliments.
Listen, that's how you know your outfit is
especially
really cute.
A bad bitch.
Yes. Especially a girl who has high self-esteem and is not threatened, and has no nothing. Like, listen, if you are a pretty girl, giving other pretty girls, if you're a pretty girl, giving any girl a compliment. Because receiving a compliment from a pretty girl feels so good, especially from a stylish girl. And
way better than from a guy.
And from any girl. If you giving a compliment even to a little girl, let them know they're beautiful. Tell them all the time because it feels so much better getting a compliment from a woman, no matter who that woman is. It feels so much better getting a compliment from a woman than it does from a man.
A woman and a gay guy.
Absolutely. Not saying that should be your validation. I'm just saying.
A woman and a fashionable gay guy.
Yes. Anyway, we can talk about this stuff all day long, but because we do. This has like literally been like a little bit of an inside of our video chats, our FaceTimes.
But way less messy.
Oh, so much more messy. And also we stay on subject more than we do in
Oh my God.
We never stay on subject. We're so terrible about that.
You kind of made sure I stayed on subject.
Well, that's because
it's so hard to stand sitting in one spot and not moving so much because...
I know. And we had candy before this. But anyway, so listen, I love you guys so much, and I love you so much.
I love you so much, and I love you guys so much. Thank you. Make sure you click and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Is that what you're supposed to say?
Yes, that's what you said.
Yeah.
You did a good job. What she said.
What she said.